How much dust does a PlayStation 5 collect when it's in the vertical position compared to in the horizontal position? Now this is something you cannot do overnight. You need to leave it for a length of time to get a decent result, and I've left these for 13 months. This has spent the last 13 months in this vertical position, and before that I left it for 13 months in the horizontal position, in the same conditions, the same environment, used for roughly the same amount of time. So let's take a look and compare. Right now, here's a video clip of the last time I did a PlayStation 5 cleaning video, and this was after 13 months in the horizontal position. And as you can see, the dust amount isn't actually too bad. I suppose there's a couple of advantages to the horizontal position, and that is the fact that gravity isn't allowing dust to fall just directly into the top of the machine. Right, so that was 13 months of the console left in the horizontal position. So let's get this on the side now and see how it compares after spending 13 months vertical. When taking off the stand, I don't actually recommend supporting the console from underneath, otherwise this can suddenly drop off and clunk and drop the console down, which you absolutely do not want to do that. Surprising how easily these things can get damaged sometimes. Let's just get that from the turns, there we go. So there you go, look, it does actually drop down quite a long way, so you don't want to damage it. So that is off. Okay, to remove the panels, you're going to start with the position with the PlayStation logo in this corner here, and a lot of people are a little bit scared of this bit because it does feel quite dangerous in a way, because it feels like you've got to put quite a lot of force into this, and you kind of have. But I recommend holding the PlayStation in the opposite corner with one hand and using the opposite hand to pull up this corner up and downwards in a one motion. Just put a lot of force into it, lift it up and pull it back, and it'll pop off. It's pretty dusty. Wow. This already is definitely dustier than before. I can tell you that for a fact. Didn't have stuff like this there before. Whoa, there's a huge difference. Let's take the panel off the other side. This time it's opposite way around. You're going to pull this corner while holding the opposite end. Wow. Wow. Let's do some close-up of this. Right, so this is the side I've just taken off. The fins there are actually fine. They're like amazingly clean. But the fan is absolutely filthy. That is definitely worse than it was before. There's a lot of dust. I mean, that can make the PlayStation noisier, can make it run hotter, can make it, more expensive to run, just having to work harder to do effectively the same job. Yeah, that is more. I'm pretty sure that is worse than before. So let's take a look at the other side. Wow, this is definitely a lot more dust than last time. Absolutely 100% certain. Last time I was kind of surprised how little dust there was after 13 months, but this time I'm kind of the opposite. I'm surprised how much there is after the same amount of time. So definitely do not recommend leaving it this long, this amount of dust. Remember, there's the same amount the other side as well. And look at all this. I'm not a mucky person. There's just me in this room a lot of the time with a cat wandering around now and again, something like that. So this is a small amount of dust to what you'd get compared to, say, if you got a couple of kids running around and a couple of dogs, say, for example, because the more creatures, the more humans, the more dust. It's as simple as that. And don't do that. I did this on the time when I took the panel off the first time, and basically done that grippy technique. You have got to be careful because it can scrape across, leaving marks. Another thing you don't want to do. But don't leave it 13 months before cleaning these things. It's unhealthy for the machine. Once every 6 months. So let's get the hoover out and give it a quick clean. Right, before I do the hoovering, just take a look at this, the inside of this panel as well. It's like all this dust, like here and all this everywhere. This wasn't apparent when the console was in the horizontal position. So definitely gets more dust when it's vertical, which to some people is going to be obvious, but it's a good thing just to have a look and be able to compare. Same as the second panel as well. There's dust here, look. And that's near the disc drawer intake, which means basically dust is close or is getting to inside the machine from there as well. So in another, look at this. Wow. I've got to say, I am a clean person. I'm not a Yeti. I'm not a massive hairy beast running around causing dust like everywhere. But yeah, dust is dust. Humans, cats, dogs, them sort of things shed dust. Just a natural born fact. Right, now let's get this vacuumed off. Now I have turned the microphone away, but this bit might be a bit louder than normal because a vacuum cleaner is a vacuum cleaner. Look at this, absolutely filthy. Right, so let's do a quick compare. I mean, it's absolutely tons better. As you can see on this section here, all the dust has been removed. I do need to get a different attachment to that vacuum cleaner because I do want a softer brush with longer bristles, which are going to get into these bits a bit better. But yeah, it's absolutely 10 times better. Look at all the dust which has been caused on this unit now. Horrendous. So yeah, the other side, that fan, 10 times better, absolutely stacked better. There is going to be some dust. I don't know if the camera's going to show it, but you can see the dust still on the inside of the fan there. That's where like a brush with longer bristles to get in there and to get all that stuff off could be definitely beneficial. I don't know if I want to use a compressed air can, like a blower, to blast that out because you might be blowing it all to the inside. I'd still rather vacuum that off with a longer bristled brush. But yeah, huge difference and loads better. I mean, the fins were okay anyway, but they're lovely and clean now. And yeah, those fins at the front, they were an absolute mess before, and now they're 10 times better. Some very light dust still there, but I will get a longer bristled brush to sort them out. But yeah, the dust catchers as well, important to hoover both of these. There's one there, hoover in that. That is actually designed to catch the dust. And there's another one there as well, hoover that hole there. But yeah, it should be a lot better now. Won't have to do that for another 6 months. I'm not going to leave it for another 13 months before doing this for another video. Enough of experimenting with my PlayStation 5 for the benefit of videos. And once you're done, get your panels back on. Very easy. You can't really make a mistake with this because if you've got the one with the disc drawer, obviously you're just going to line that up with the disc drawer tray. That will just automatically slot into place and you just push it up. It's much easier getting these things on than it is taking them off. And once you get these back on, it's just a case of reapplying the vertical stand and the job was a good one. But yeah, much better. All those fins now much better than what they were before. All this was caked in dust as well, so that is a massive overall improvement. So there it is. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. And yeah, confirmed, for me anyway, vertical condition, which may be obvious to some, definitely gathers a lot more dust than when it's in the horizontal position.